Hi there, bears. I'm putting together this video to show you how to put together the bracelet that we're going to do in the den meeting. So this is the kit. It's by Cobrabraid. It's the Paracord Bracelet kit that we're going to work on, and it's the hunter green. So we'll go ahead and get started. It's fairly easy. Come with the buckle, so obviously male, female end. We'll start with this end like that, and then here's the cord. And so what I've done, I've done this one a few times, is it says to do it even, you know, like this, put the ends together and then go to the other end. What I found is that, especially for a kid size, that you end up with a lot of extra. So in order to make a good sizable length that we can cut off and then the kids will have extra to play with, I go with about 3 feet. So there we go, about that much extra. And then I'll line it up here like that and then just pull it through. There we go, we end up with a little loop at the end. So the way we're going to do this is, again, make sure we're working the right sides. Alright, so this, you're just going to come through and you're going to use this upper slot, not this lower slot, it's the upper one. Pull that down and then pull the cord through. There we go. So now we're like that. Now, we bring it around, we'll flip it over. Alright, and then get all the way down to this end. There we go. And we'll do this one on the left first. Go that one and leave just about that much hanging. And get the other end. Put it through. Alright. So the next thing we want to do is you take this, and since this one's on the left, you're going to wrap it through on the outside on the left. There we go. Like that. And then this one, bring it around from the back. Doesn't want to come through. Alright, we'll try it this way. I'm just going to make a little loop. There we go. Alright. So now it's looking like that. You have your first loop up top. Alright, so now we just pull it through. And you're going to pull it until it's about bracelet length. And we're getting there. There we go. So it's going to start looking like this, and so this gets twisted up a little bit, but helps to pull this out, give this a little twist. There we go. Now that's sitting straight, and then this one, give that a twist like that. There we go. Now that hangs straight. This one's fine on this side. Okay, so at this point, we have the two strands. Okay, so now you can put your arm through. This is how you measure to get the right length. So put it through, and then you want to be able to put 3 fingers. So this one's a little loose, so I'm just going to pull this a little tight. Try it again. There we go. It's about 3 fingers worth. So it looks about like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it open. So now we're like this. So now flip it over this way. Actually, we want to go this. No, we want to go this way. All right, so there's our extra links. So this coming up from the bottom there, so we went down and looped it around. Now we're going to come back up. Okay, and so this is the one on the left, right? There we go. I'm just going to go to the end. There's our end. I'm going to stick that through up here. Go ahead and pull it all the way through. So there we go. And then this one on the right, same thing. This one's going to go through this way. Go ahead and pull it. And then these middle two strings, these are the ones you use to measure the right length for the bracelet. So keep that length the same, but then you can sort of pull them here, make sure those outside two are fine. So there we go. Hold that still, should be able to get a good look of how these lines are going. Alright, so at this point, let me pull it pretty tight, make sure it's all straight, and now I'm going to grab it up here. So this comes the tricky part, at least once the first tie here. Okay, so the directions say this side, you're going to bring it across. So we're going to make a loop like that. So this is the right one. It's going to come around the front of the bracelet. I'm holding it there with my thumb, and then this is the extra that's just going to sit off to the side. Now here, the left one, what we're going to do is take it over this one, and then we're going to go behind the bracelet and then up through this loop. Pull all the extra through, and now it's just a little knot. So now we just tighten it up. So if you can see that here, so that one that was on the right went across the front, the one that was on the left went over, then it goes back behind. There we go, and we're through the little loop. There we go. Okay, so pull it tight and snug it up and keep it all straight. Okay, so at this point, now this left one is going to go across like that. This right one is going to go over it, behind it, and through the loop. So there we go. See how that goes? And then pulling it tight. And for these first couple, I like to snug it up there. Get a good tight squeeze. So there we go. Now you start seeing the pattern. So you see this part right here? That's the side that you make the first loop on. So this one, so we go back again, and go across the front. This side's going to go over and behind everything and up through the loop. And then pull it tight, snug it up, just give it a nice pull. There we go. So now you can see that little piece right there is on the left side. So now you do your first loop on the left. This one comes over the top, behind the bracelet, and up through the loop. There we go. Snug it up. There we go. So now you can start seeing this pattern, this zigzag pattern. So this little piece is on the right now. So that one's going to go across the front. This is going to go in front of the tail, behind the bracelet, up through the loop. Pull it tight. There we go. So now just a matter of going the whole length of it here. And I'll just quickly do it till we get to the end. There we go. Starting to see the bracelet come to be. There we go. Making some good progress. And you're just going back and forth, starting the loop on the, in this case we're starting on the left, so you remember this piece right here compared to the other side. This is where you start your loop and then over, behind, and up through. There we go, we're getting there. Just got a little bit left. All right, looks like we can squeeze about one more in there. There we go, just nice and tight, and there we go. So that's what it looks like. And so at this point, so now you can test it to make sure. There we go, like that. So to cut this off, we just cut this right here on both sides. You cut those, and then you can take a soldering iron or something hot to melt it. And what you end up with is, if you can see on this one right here, on the ends there, there we go, there's a good view. You can see how it's just melted flat, and then it creates a little ridge there that holds it in place, and the same on the other side right there. There we go. And that's it. So that's how you do that. You just cut those off and melt them, and you'll make your bracelet, and then there's your tactical bracelet. So there we go. And now you end up with, see, I still even had a little bit more, and this is what I wanted to do. So now you can end up with a little sizable piece to play with. Do some other project. You can maybe even do if you had a little keychain carabiner or something, you could do that with a ring on one side, a little carabiner on the other side, and make a keychain. But there we go. That's how we make it.